So if you can close your eyes, just tune in. Follow the breath. Feel grounded. Feel the energy of Mother Earth coming through as we connected to the moon. As we connect to the moon, we can feel the activation of our emotions, our intuition, our feminine side, our introspective self. It's the energy of water, so activates the water in your body. And just take this time to really feel what does it mean to be in your body. At the same time connected to the frequency of the earth, which is the frequency of the earth and heart. At the frequency of the cosmos, in the womb of a mother So take an inventory, how you're feeling the energy of the moon. Its energy in conjunction with Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the constellation of Chiron, the wounded healer, and brings, it's the resolved, the transformed, renewed, rebirthed Chiron that decided to let go of the story of his wounded self and becomes the constellation of Sagittarius. I'm going to go a little bit deeper in the archetype that we are assimilating today through this new moon. But I would like you to just attune to the Sagittarius energy of freedom, enthusiasm, positivity, optimism, like that innate optimism to see life half full, with the glass half full. So versus half empty. So feel connected to that energy of adventure. Also clearer focus. The symbol of Sagittarius is the half man, half horse, Centaurus, with the arrow. So the focus of really feeling what is the focal point that we want to tune in, and this energy is particularly connected to the energy of truth. So imagine with your eyes closed to find your arrow, and what is it's gonna be directed right now? What is the thing that you really want to give focus to find the truth and to see yourself on the other side of your journey? So let's see what is the vision that you receive. So it feels like the arrow is going within. We have a very strong introspectional new moon today, because we have a few planets going retrograde. A few days ago, Mercury went retrograde, and Mars is going retrograde in a few days. And so there's an influence of looking within and have more higher mind thoughts, more guided wisdom that will come through the intuition, which is one of the major frequencies of Sagittarius. So tune into the Mercury retrograde that stops the chatterbox, stops the order mind from overworking, slows down, and comes in connection with a higher frequency of yourself, that part of yourself that is connected to the divine. So we tune into the insightful wisdom of Mercury retrograde. Ooh. Very good. So we are connecting to the energy of Sagittarius, the focus of the truth with arrow, and we are feeling it goes within with Mercury retrograde and Mars going the action within also going retrograde, and connect also to the higher mind. The Mercury is slowing down our chatterbox to associate more with the higher self and higher mind. So this is the space we are entering. Let's try to go as deep as possible. So this is also the first new moon that gives a new beginning and also an ending, because we have Pluto entering Aquarius. So it's the first new moon with Pluto in Aquarius. But because we have all this planetary going retrograde, it's a lot of endings, and also a lot of endings with the Capricorn being concluded in the journey with Pluto. We also have Jupiter, which is the expansiveness and the abundance, and it's opposing the new moon right now. It's for us to ask ourselves, what is it we are stopping our abundance? What is our belief systems that is wasting their energy or not receiving it or not using it in a proper way? So this energy that we need to check before we move forward about how we manage our energy through resistance, through fear, through belief systems that bring us an inner chat that makes us believe that we don't deserve it or we can't receive what belongs to us already. So let's go a little deeper to connect it to Jupiter. This here is showing us something about our own resistance and our growth and expansion. the universe shows us always a little bit of light, a little bit of shadow, and Jupiter ruling Sagittarius would enhance the freedom and the expansiveness and the adventure of this sign at this time. By opposing the moon, it shows us to not be naive and to really look what is the part of our shadow that represses our freedom or our willingness even to be free. A freedom that comes from liberating the shadow within, a freedom that is for good, a freedom that is so deep that you become unstoppable. And so it feels like it could be an obstacle, but actually it's taking the Jupiter joy and force to illuminate even more. If there's something that's hiding that will surprise you and will suppress some part of you a little bit down on the road. So let's take this minute to really see all aspects of ourselves. There's no good or bad, but there's everything to be seen and to be transmuted. Okay, so let's tune a little longer, take notes if you need to write down anything that's coming to you right now. I think it wants to show us that there's that inner side, maybe it's in the child, maybe it's the part of us that is tired, that has tried so many times, that expects not to be part of the shift, not to be part of the new beginning. And it's assuming that it's gonna have a little bit of goodness and then go back in the same place. We tend to go back in the same place normally. And if you are in a space of growth, it's like a spiral. So it feels you're back, but actually you're a hunch a little higher, looking for new dimension and new aspects of the same aspect of you that it's needs growth. And if you go back because you lose faith, because you lose sight, this is also part of energies in the cosmos right now. In Sagittarius, Sagittarius governs faith, it governs optimism. So it's asking you to have faith and to not attract that doom energy that anchors you into the giving up and being just discouraged. That part of yourself really deep down, acknowledge it and bring it into the space and see what is the message that has for you today. Go deep within your heart, the heart of the inner child, or the first love, or the first let down, or discouragement. See the first pain and the deepest fear, and visit today. Visit with all this light, and bring yourself, bring your present self with everything that you know, your wisdom and your love and your expansion, and embrace that part of yourself that it's not listening, that it's not participating to the expansion, it's not participating to the new possibilities, and it's anchored to what it knows. Take a nice deep breath. And see how you feel now. If you feel a deeper space, an opening in your heart, letting go of this inner stubbornness to stick with what you know, even if it's painful. And so that's where Chiron brings us. The Chiron was willing to bring in his path the deepest pain of human condition, which is the pain of being abandoned, the rejection of the abandonment. And he is born as a Sagittarius, is half man, half horse, and the mother knows that the Centaurus are very violent beings and very strong, and they rape women, and she's terrified and gives up her nature and asks to be able to abandon him and became a tree. So she really, it's, scared so deeply that she abandons even herself. So this is also an archetype of the mother archetype that gets lost in the journey of life and the pain of life. And the child, um, Kairos, moves on to become a scholar, to become the most redefined master and teacher, and he is regarded by gods and semi-gods and heroes, and is the teachers of heroes. He overcomes his own nature in the search of redeeming himself, redeeming his mother, and healing his pain. But the pain that he has cannot be uh, transformed by the rejection of his own nature. So it keeps manifesting through accidents. And there's an ultimate accident where he's training one of the heroes. He get hurt. One of the arrow goes in his foot, and his foot is bleeding, and he can't heal. He's an immortal, so now he's destined to heal, to have pain all his life, forever. So this is also another archetype, another message for us to see that if we don't go deep into the shadow, no matter what we do, no matter how much we improve, how much we redefine ourselves, we either conform or transform constantly and try to change even our own nature, the pain is still deep. So the work can only go and become really transformative when we enter the shadow room, when we enter the core of our pain. So what Chiron does, he asks to release his immortality, to completely let it go. Basically, let's go of his story, let's go of the attachment of what happened to him, attachment of being identified with the wounded healer. Like he heals, but he's keeping being wounded. And he lets go of that even mark on his identity, and becomes a constellation, and he becomes the constellation of Sagittarius. So his transformation, transcendent, like he really becomes the one with his universal self, and he's still Chiron. It's still himself, but it's not identified in the wounded healer, in his body, and it's not identified in his pain. And so today, the opposite of Jupiter, it's showing us, look at everything, but also look at the heel of Achilles, which is what is your weak point, what is the part of yourself when you lose your hope, you lose your willingness to fight, or you lose your passion for life and joy. So this is really amazing combination of energies for us to tap into. The North Node is also trining this moon, which means that all this work, all this positivity and this expansion is taken to our destiny, to the future. So it's something we're doing now, but this moon effects will be felt for a long time. It's a very, very powerful moon. We are receiving an upgrade as we speak. Okay, so yes, let's see if I look at my notes, if there's anything else. I would like to yeah, we have also Mars squaring Saturn, which is about restriction, chains, limitation, responsibilities, and how we, if we integrate the aspect of Saturn with the energies of Sagittarius, we find that we can create a structure that supports the freedom and the truth that Sagittarius brings. Okay, so I would love to connect it to the asking the ritual of asking the moon to take us to give us and to take us to the next level by acquiring new gifts, new um, virtues, and really seeing how we can bring our lower frequency to higher frequencies. So the frequencies of that we are tuning in today, it's a frequency of intuition, of adventure. Let's see if we connect with the cards. Truth, enthusiasm, freedom, intuition, adventure, faith,
Truth.
truth. Okay. Inspiration, optimism. In the body, we find the energy of the fire of Sagittarius in the liver, and the lower frequency of Sagittarius about shortcuts, like using adventure to escape, using um, the freedom to not commit, and intuition to read the room and get into shortcuts. So I think it is square with Saturn. It's really important to bring the energy of Sagittarius in the next level. Okay, so let's work on truth. So the truth, the energy of truth, is uh, admitting to oneself what is we are denying, our power, our light, but also our darkness. So creating um, division within ourselves. So in the act of asking the universe, asking the moon to bring us what we want, this humbleness and gratitude and knowing that we are taken care of. So to use a language that is really comprehended by the subconscious level, we're gonna say I'm asking to, or I'm asking for, like the innocence of the child that asks for what he needs. I'm asking to always choose to accept truth in my heart and be filled with courage and light. I'm going to say again, I'm asking to always choose to accept truth. So, really releasing any resistance to know what the truth is about our feelings or about people it's around us. Often we project or we expect things that are out of context, and we live in the illusion of what it is instead of accepting that what it is. I'm asking to recognize the freedom that comes from always choosing to be truthful to myself. So this is a very deep commitment. So that when you are not, you will know that there is something that you are not being honest with yourself. I'm asking to be a beacon of truth and peace and choose myself and honestly above anything else. So this is when we use truth to say the truth in a way that creates discomfort, and also to choose ourselves and honesty before anybody else and above anything else. It means that when you're in a situation with context of groups or wanting to please others, and often we don't even realize that we're not honest with ourselves or what we want to do or will not want to do. I'm asking to become one with the harmony and simplicity of living in truth. I love this because it's when we accept truth as a principle of life, there is a level of groundness. Like when we live in illusion, there's always a moment that the illusion drops and we hit the ground, and that's where it's painful. It's not as much the truth, but the fact that we have to drop down from our illusion. So more illusions we create, darker and more painful is the connection with truth. Thank you. Thank you, Mari, for asking for that. I love the energy of intuition. Intuition is one of the traits of personality defined by Carl Jung, and he recognized that intuition is something that comes before even events happen. That it's something, it's a hunch, a law, an energy inside, an inner voice that speaks to us, and it's very important to cultivate, to really know yourself, and to have a clear dialogue with your psyche, to have a clear dialogue with your infinite self, your divine self. So I love to work a little bit on the intuition, to realign it and to honor it. I'm asking to develop a profound knowledge that stimulates and activates my inner organs of intuition. These are all the glands, I'm asking to easily follow my instinct and trust my intuition. So sometimes we have intuitions, but we don't follow it, we don't trust the mind, and the rational mind, the logic sometimes takes over and makes you feel stupid, or you cannot trust what you, even society for many, many years has been really advocating only the rational mind. So we have been growing and educated to not trust our intuition. So this is a moment when you connect to the universe and say that I choose, and I'm asking for this to become very easy for me, to be a second nature. I'm asking to accept that my higher self has an important role in my life purpose. So this is the connection between the human self and the higher self, accepting that it's important, accepting that it's vital, and the communication between these two parts of ourselves is given by the voice of the intuition. I'm asking to be of service to the highest realms when I operate from my third eye. So this is also a way to act and activate the third eye to be pure. So the third eye energy is the energy of happiness, energy of joy. And when has been traumatized or put off guard, off balance by events, the third eye needs to be activated in a higher frequency. So this asking, it's to make sure that your third eye really gives you the right view of your highest realms. Freedom and enthusiasm. Oh, enthusiasm comes first. Okay. So I'm asking for the freedom to choose the life that I like. Wow, this is very powerful, right? We know that either we like the life that we have, or we choose the life that we like. It's really radically different. So this is, I'm asking for the freedom to choose the life I would like. So I would love to invite you to make a very clear list of what is that you really like in your life, and feel it like you already received it. I'm asking for financial freedom and an inexplicable peace that comes with it. Just get that abundance of receiving that peace and that groundedness and freedom that comes from this request. I'm asking for the courage to always choose to speak my mind and stand my ground. So we are asking for the courage. So the courage, when the courage comes, you will find that you will know when to speak, how to speak, and stand your ground when it's really important, when it's worth it, when it's also when it's a switch from when you feel that yourself is shut down and disempower yourself, instead of getting the urge of courage to speak. I'm asking for the freedom to choose love always. So the question is what love would do, and always choose what love would do. Enthusiasm. I'm asking for the joy that enthusiasm brings in my heart to stay rooted in my being. So like grounded in enthusiasm, that the heart closes, shuts down, gets abandoned, and so we are asking to be rooted, so to be a source of food for your heart, to have the enthusiasm for when you wake up in the morning, or you do when putting that fire in everything that you do. I'm asking for excitement to enter my life and color everything that it touches. I'm asking to easily remember to turn on the enthusiasm switch upon awakening in the morning and keep it going in spite of it all. So it's that level of associating a new day with the gratitude for the sun to come up and attach the enthusiasm to that gratitude. I'm asking to bring an abundance of enthusiasm into my relationships to warm our hearts. Yeah, this is like a path of great fresh air into our everyday life. Very good. Sagittarius attached the liver, and the liver, you can feel it in the skin, and it's fire, it's anger, it's fight inside, it's a contrast. So when it's off balance, so if that's what you released, that's where also anger takes you outside your body and drains you. You lose all your power through anger, if anger takes over, or even if it's suppressed. Thank you so much.